Hello students, today we will learn some basic concepts of solid modeling under the subject solid modeling and drafting. So these are the contents of this lecture that consist of geometry and topology, solid entities, constructive solid geometry and feature based modeling. So first we will understand geometry and topology. The data required for the construction of solid model can be divided into two categories. So first is geometry and second is topology. So geometry is the actual dimensions that define the entities of the object. So sometimes it is also called as metric information. Topology Topology is the connectivity and associativity of the object entities. It determines the relational information between the object entities. Sometimes it is called as combinational structure. So here, with the help of this diagram, we will understand the difference between the geometry and topology. So if you observe this diagram, it consists of same geometry but different topology. So geometry that defines the object as shown in this figure, length of lines L1, L2 and L3, the angle between the lines and the radius R, and the center P1 of the half circle. So here you can observe that in both the diagrams, so these parameters are same. But if you observe this radius of half circle P1 point, so somewhere it is inside and somewhere it is outside. So here you can see P1 is inside the object and here P1 is outside the object. So that gives the difference between the geometry and topology. So you can observe here same geometry but different topology. So by uh, understanding this, we can easily understand the difference between geometry and topology. So here topology. So if you observe this diagram, so L1 shares a vertex point with L2 and C1. So here is the L1, so that shares the vertex point with this L2 and C1. Similarly L2, so if you see L2 shares a vertex point with L1 and L3. So L1 and L3, and L3 shares a vertex with L2 and C1, and L1 and L2 do not overlap and P1 lies outside the object. So here you can see P1 lies outside the object. So in both the diagrams P1 lies outside the object. So you can see here topology is same but geometry is different. So you can see L1 having some different angle and here you can see different angle. Okay, so that's why geometry is different here and topology is same. So now next is solid entities. So the entities we use to create solid models depends on approach we use. Okay, so as you know that in unit number 1 under 3D modeling approaches we have learned the different approaches. So we know that primitives approach and feature approaches. So primitives approach uses the primitives as we know that, and feature approaches uses the sketches. So we already learned this concept in unit number 1. We will just revise this with the help of this example. Suppose we want to create this object. Okay, so if you consider with primitives approach, so initially if you consider there are the three primitives. So this is the primitive A, this is primitive B, and suppose this is a cylinder C. Okay, and if you perform some operations like boolean operations, so there are some possible alternatives. Okay, so if you observe, figure A shows the object that we require to construct, figure B shows possible solid model of the object, and figure C shows alternative solid model of the object. So now we will understand figure B. So by considering primitive approach, so whatever the primitives available, so we will just perform the boolean operation like a plus b, okay, and minus c. Suppose this is c, cylinder, okay. So when you perform this operation, so you will get this object. Another alternative is what? A minus b. Suppose this is a minus c plus b, so you will get this object. So these are the two alternatives in primitives approach. So in primitives approach, we are uses the primitives, whatever the primitives are available, so we are uses the primitives and construct the object. So now here you can see the feature approach. So in feature approach, what we can do? So in feature approach, we are using the sketches. So suppose this is sketch a and this is sketch b. So we'll just draw such type of sketch, okay, extrude in this direction and subtract this. Suppose we will extrude in this direction, then draw the circle of like b, this, and extrude in this direction subtracted from this object a, so you will get the required solid object. Similarly here, and this is the alternative sketch of the solid. So initially we will draw the sketch a as a rectangle, extrude in this direction, then we will draw this another sketch as a b, okay. So we will construct such type of rectangle, construct such type of circle in there, and extrude in this direction. So if you perform a plus b, so you will get the required object. So here we can use the feature approach. So primitives approach uses primitives and feature approach uses sketches. So many CAD system provides both approaches to increase their modeling domain. The entities required for sketches are curves and surfaces. So primitives are considered building blocks. So they are simple basic shapes which can be combined by a mathematical set of Boolean operations to create the solid. The user usually positions primitives as required before applying Boolean operations to construct the final solid. So there is a wide variety of primitives available commercially to users. So however, for most commonly used ones are block, cylinder, cone, and sphere. So these are based on four natural quadriaxes: planes, cylinders, cones, and spheres. So here is the description of most commonly used primitives. So first is the block. So this is a box or cube whose geometrical data is its width, height, and depth. So its local coordinate system is XL, YL, ZL is shown in figure. So point P define the origin of XL, YL, ZL system, and the sign of W, H, and D determine the position of block relative to its coordinate system. For example, a block with a negative value of W is displayed as if the block shown in figure is mirror about the YLZL plane. So here you can see the diagram. So that consists of different primitives. So here is the block, cylinder, cone, sphere, wedge, torus. So different primitives are here, and with the help of their local coordinate system are mentioned here: XL, YL, ZL, and different parameters like width, height, and depth. So that is shown on these primitives. So that explanation is given here. The second is cylinder. So this primitive is a right circular cylinder whose geometry is defined by its radius r and length h. The length h is usually taken along the direction of ZL axis. So h can be positive or negative. So such type of description as per this diagram is mentioned here. So block, cylinder, cone, sphere, wedge, and torus. So now here you can see again that solid entities. Here is the mathematical representation and equations. So here another remaining primitives. So you can observe their mathematical representation of solid primitives. Now next topic is constructive solid geometry. So constructive solid geometry is the solid representation scheme, or you can say it is an approach. So in this approach, object is created by using primitives. So two or more primitives are combined by a set of Boolean operations to create desired object. So CSG tree gives complete information about the process of combining the individual primitive by Boolean operations to generate solid model. So here you can observe some Boolean operations on two primitives. So it consists of a block, so that is shown by A, and cylinder B. So we have taken two primitives, cylinder, block and cylinder A and B, and we perform some Boolean operations like A union B, or you can say A add A plus B. So subtraction A minus B or B minus A and A intersection B, and we will see its result. When you perform A union B, or you can say A plus B, so you can observe such type of structure will appear, such type of object will appear. Similarly, when you perform A minus B, such type of object will appear. When you perform B minus A, such type of object will be appear. Then when you perform A intersection B, so you will get such type of object. So these are the Boolean operations in constructive solid geometry approach. So here is CSG tree is given. So CSG tree gives complete information about the process of combining the individual primitive by Boolean operations to generate the solid model. So whenever we want to generate any solid model or any object, so in that case we can use such type of CSG tree. So if you observe this CSG tree, it consists of primitives. So total 8 number of primitives are there: p1, p2, p3, p4, p5, p6, p7. Okay, and operations are there: op1, op2, op3, op4, op5, op6, op7. So different operations are there. So by combining this operation you will get the required solid. So now with the help of example we will understand this concept. So suppose we want to draw such type of object. So to construct such type of object, initially we will consider the four primitives p1, p2, p3 and p4. So we have taken these p1, p2, p3 and p4 primitives, and now we will perform the operations. So first we have performed p1 minus p2. So this is p1 and this is p2. So p1 minus p2, so you will get such type of structure. Then we will perform p3 plus p4. So when you perform p3 plus p4, you will get such type of structure. Then we will perform operation p1 minus p2 plus p3 plus p4. So when you perform this operation you will get the required solid object. So this is the example of CSG tree. So here are some advantages and disadvantages of CSG approach. So it is easy to construct out of primitives and Boolean operations. So it is concise and require minimum storage. Disadvantages. So major disadvantage of this CSG approach in its ability to represent sculpture surfaces that is non-analytical, or you can say synthetic surfaces cannot be modeled using CSG scheme or approach. So these are the advantages and disadvantages. So now next is feature based modeling. So feature based modeling is the combination of shape and operation to build the parts. So here a shape and operation are explained. So shape consists of 2D sketch, for example rectangle, square, triangle, circle, ellipse, etc. An operation, it is an activity that converts the sketch into a three-dimensional shape. So for example extrude, revolve, sweep, fillet, shell, chamfer, etc. So now we will understand feature based modeling with the help of simple steps and example. So basically these are the three steps are required in feature based modeling. So first step is create the shape, or you can say sketch. So in first step we will create the shape or sketch. So shape is 2D profile or cross section. Suppose we have created here 2D profile or cross section. So here this is the one profile and this is the second profile. So this is the first one and this is the second one. So now second step is create feature. So in first profile we apply the feature operation. For example we extrude in this direction, so it looks like this. So initially we have draw the circle here, so we extrude in this direction, so such type of cylinder will appear. So that is the second step, create features. Then third is combine the feature. So different features are combined, or you can say added or subtracted to form the solid model of an object. So when you combine these two, so you will get the required solid object. So these are the basic steps in feature based modeling. So these are the common feature operations used in CAD systems. So that consist of extrude, revolve, sweep, loft, shaft, pipe, boss, cut, hole, slot, shell, fillet, chamfer, draft, spiral, spring, thread. So these are the feature operations are used in CAD systems. So these are the references. Thank you.